Hello, my name is Amita and I'm a first year medical student at Plovdiv. So this video I will be talking about life as a medical student here at Plovdiv. The first thing, and I think it's quite important to mention, is that this medical university operates under a semester system. So there are two semesters, semester 1 and semester 2. So semester 1 being the winter semester and semester 2 being the summer semester. Here, lessons are organised either as lectures or practicals or seminars. So lectures are going to be consisting of the whole cohort, so that will be the 350 international students that will be taught together, and seminars or practical lessons are based in groups. So these groups are going to consist of 11 to 14 students. Now you get to choose your group, which is a brilliant thing. So if you do know people previously, you're able to work with them if you choose to work with them too. So one thing for me was that I didn't know anyone before coming to Plovdiv. I had no clue about anyone at all. So I was very nervous and I didn't know how to get in contact with them. Luckily, Interhex had organised an orientation week where I got to know a few of the students here. This way I formed friendships and I was actually able to select a few friends into my group, and I'm having a blast with my group and they are absolutely lovely. Also, I'd like to mention that there are a lot of international students here. For example, I have friends from France, Germany, Sweden, Norway, Denmark and all over the world. So it is really good in the fact that I'm able to work and get along with many different types of people from different backgrounds as well. Timings of the lessons can differ. So for me, Mondays were the most hectic. I started at 7:30 and I didn't get back till 5. However, because my Mondays were so hectic, on Fridays I didn't have any lessons. So this was lovely because I was able to use Fridays to spend time with my friends and get prepared for the weekend that I'm going to be working on. So on Mondays, like I said, my lessons for this semester started at 7:30. However, in first semester, I was lucky and they started at 9:30. So I'm just going to go ahead and explain what each semester holds in terms of their subjects. So in first semester, we had bioorganic chemistry. Now this can differ from semester 1 to semester 2, depending on the group you're in. We also had biology, and in terms of biology, we looked at molecular and cellular biology. We had medphysics, anatomy, of course, Bulgarian and Latin. It's also important to mention that we do have sport as well. In semester 2, we had biophysics, cytology, histology, embryology. We had biology, but in terms of biology, we had immunology and parasitology. We had anatomy, of course again, Latin and Bulgarian. So these lessons differ in timings for the duration of the lesson. Bulgarian and Latin were held in our groups only. Latin was 2 hours long for a week, so it was one lesson, and Bulgarian consisted of 2 lessons and they were 6 hours of academic learning time a week, and this was for both semesters. In anatomy, we had 2 practical lessons a week and we had 1 lecture a week as well. It's also important to mention that for chemistry, medphysics, biophysics, cytology, histology and embryology, we had our group lessons as well as our lectures. Now, sports is a subject that gets left out a lot, but it is important as well. So sports lessons are mainly held on the weekends, for an example on Saturday mornings, and you do sports for 2 hours. I think this is a nice way to spend your weekend, at least for the beginning, however. It is good to get out of bed, get your weekend started, and do some sports in the morning and get it over and done with. Also, this semester, like I mentioned, I did have Fridays off. So on Fridays, I was able to go to Lidl and Kaufland to do some of my grocery shopping in preparation for meal prepping on Saturday and Sunday. During my free time at Plovdiv, I like to spend it with my friends. For an example, going to different restaurants, spending our time in the malls together, and going outside when the weather is beautiful. Here in Plovdiv, we are very lucky. In the winter, it does get really cold. However, in the summer, it's super hot. So there's lots of things to do. During the summer, my friends and I would like to climb the hill that is present next to the university. Lots of people go up the hill and take lots of pictures, and it has a beautiful scenery, especially during sunset time. That's something you should definitely do here. There are many different sights to see as well, and many different cultural aspects here in Plovdiv as well. Being 2019's most cultural city in Europe, it is definitely a place you need to see. There are many different opera houses here. There are historic buildings here as well, and the library is absolutely beautiful. For me personally, I prefer to learn at my apartment and then do group studies with my friends, whether that's at their apartment, if it's convenient, or at the mall, at the food court. However, you can definitely go to the library. Here in Plovdiv, there are many different libraries. The university library at the main campus is slightly smaller, but it has all the things that you will ever need. However, there are much larger libraries here in Plovdiv, and they are absolutely beautiful. So definitely, if you do feel better learning in the library, you definitely have many different options. Being a medical student, it is important that you are organised. You're organised with your work, and you're organised with your time as well, because there is a lot of work that you will need to do. For me, organisation was definitely one of the skills that I learned the most here. So organising my work, making sure that I'm going over my work frequently, just so then I'm able to understand it well and keep it in my mind. As a medical student, there's lots of subjects that you are learning here, and it is important that you don't forget any of them. So definitely going over your work, helping your friends out whenever they need any help as well is also important. Also, something I'd like to mention here is that the lecturers, the teachers, the professors, they're all lovely, and they're always able to give some time up to make sure that you understand a topic very well. So if you do have any questions about the subject at all, make sure you do go and speak to them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do have any questions, please leave them down in the comment section below.